Hello, MGTOW, and welcome to my secret YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to explain to you in a very visual way why American women are the worst in the world, and therefore America is the worst place to be a dating or married man in the world. I hope this really helps a lot of people out because I feel like a lot of you guys really internalize your failure with women way too much and you take it personally. Not only that, you're going out and spending money on these pickup artist techniques and everything else, taking advice, none of which is going to help you, as you'll see. The real reason it's so hard to find a decent woman in America most likely has nothing to do with what you're saying and how you're standing. It really comes down to demographics and culture. I'm going to start out with a few assumptions. If you're like me, you're just a normal, pretty easygoing guy, and my real qualifications are that I just want someone who looks reasonable, is healthy, doesn't have any kids, and is somewhat sane. We're going to start out by removing all the single mothers. Maybe you'll date someone with kids, but for me, I got no kids, and I have no interest in raising some other dude's kids who he's probably a total douchebag, and I'm going to have to interface with him. I'm going to have to pay all my money. I got no interest in it. I'd like to have kids, but I want to make sure that they're my own kids. In fact, I think it's actually human nature to not want to raise someone else's kids, and in hell, with lions, the males will kill all the other males' kids when he becomes the king of the pack there. So this was a hard number to find, but around 40% of women, I believe, are single mothers, so I'm just going to cut this piece off from the available women. Next, we're going to remove all the obese women. For me, I just think it's nasty when a woman has all those fat rolls. It doesn't look healthy at all. And I think that's really what guys are looking for, is visual signs of health. It's nothing that we're choosing to do, as much as these songs like All About That Bass want to try to convince us to like fat women. I still don't, and around 35% of women are obese, so I'm going to cut that portion off. Well, I want someone who's sane and is not going to try to stab me when I'm sleeping, so I'm going to remove those women who have a severe clinical mental health problem, which is about 26% in the United States. I'm just going to cut that off now from my available pool. And continuing with the whole healthy thing, around 20% of women are too dumb to use condoms, and they sleep with some prisoner who just got out of jail and has an STD, and around 20% of them now have an STD, so I'm going to remove that portion now. Well, this piece of paper that represents the women who still meet my criteria is getting awfully small, and sadly, more than half of them are going to be retard degenerates who chase around bad boys, ride around on the back of a motorcycle, and baking meth at the night, and they're probably well on their way to becoming a single mother, and they chase around bad boys, or either that or they have no interest in marriage, and they're kind of just the opposite, where they've just totally shut down, and they're probably somewhat successful like me and really have no interest in marriage. They view it as a prison, so we're going to remove that more than half that either chase bad boys or they have no interest in long-term relationships or marriage. Now let's compare this tiny sliver of paper that represents the women who meet all my qualifications to the original pool. It's pretty sad. Well, guess what? The news gets even worse. This is a ratio of about 8 to 1. Meaning 7 women will not meet my criteria and 1 woman will. Well, guess what? All the guys in America are going to chase after that girl. So unless you're 6'1" or make $1 million a year, your chances are pretty slim with this girl, and really you're going to have to probably scale back from what started out as pretty minimal requirements. Well, this is pretty terrible news, and it gets even worse, believe it or not. Even if you get that girl, that 1 in 8 girls that every guy's chasing after, even if you get her, she's going to be a complete cunt most likely. And the reason is because for her, it's like she's living in a country where there's 8 guys for every girl, and it completely ruins their personality because they're used to every guy doing anything they say at the snap of their fingers, and that's why they expect you to come up and pull a rabbit out of your ass just to get their attention. I first realized this when I spent a few months in England. I was at a bar and just asked what time it was, and to this really hot chick, and the next thing I know, I'm having drinks with her and dating her for the rest of my trip and sleeping with this super hot chick that would be, quote, out of my leagues in America. So that was when I really started to realize this was true. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be skeptical that it could be this simple, so I have a challenge for you. Go out to OkCupid, go to the search function, set yourself up a profile first, obviously, and they allow you to search on all sorts of different countries. Talk to some women in Vietnam, China, Philippines, Russia, Brazil. You're going to be shocked because I want you to talk to the girl you think's way out of your leagues. You'll be shocked that she's really nice to you and open, and you can have a normal conversation with her without jumping through some weird ring of fire or pulling a fucking flower out of your ass just to impress her. So do that and you'll be shocked. Well, if you do try that challenge, be careful because there are some scammers, not just in searching internationally, even in America. And but I think you'll be shocked. I highly encourage you to try it out and see the international difference. And thanks for watching my secret YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share, and take her easy.